Hello there. Today I want to talk a bit about responsibility. I said in this post, do you have trouble with relationships? Maybe you haven't found that person, that special person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Maybe you have relationships currently, just even with workers or, inter-family relationships where you just struggle to relate to people. Maybe it is your health. You have some things going on with your health and you just can't seem to get that balance physically. That means you're in a really healthy state no matter what you do. Maybe it's in your behaviour. I know for me there was a while there where I was behaving in ways that I knew was not in my best interest for me. Like I didn't feel like I was respecting me and listening to what that inner voice inside was saying that it needed. And all of those things can really make you feel like you're not free, you're not living the life that you want, you're not happy, and you just keep on going through the motions every day, doing what you have to do, but feeling so unhappy inside. And you know that it's not where you want to be, but you feel trapped, like, what am I going to do to make a difference in this? And it's interesting, I was doing some reading this morning and came across something that was talking about a mental prison, how it feels to be in a mental prison. And it's almost worse than being in a physical prison because try as you might, you just cannot find the key that's going to let you out to that freedom that you're seeking. And it says mental torment can destroy just about everything that's necessary for a meaningful life. So think about that, mental torment. No one can see that it's going on except that it eventually shows up, like I said, either in your health, your relationships, and even your relationship with you. You can start behaving in ways, overeating or drinking too much all the time, treating people disrespectfully, and it's like pus coming out of you, out of this sore that's happening inside of you. And it's very interesting because the key to the freedom that you're seeking, because, really when we're not healthy, we're not treating people right, we're not treating ourselves right, it really is an expression of the unhappiness inside of us. So we're expressing that, and often it comes out in blame. You might be sitting there and saying, you know what, I can't have this in life because blah. I did that for so long. I had a childhood that was the reason why I was like I was, and I couldn't be any different, and this was my personality. And then my husband died. Oh, that's perfect. Now it's more, poor me, and I'm a victim, and life is so hard. I can't possibly do what I see other people doing and that I would like to do. I can't have that. I can't be that. And this is the key to our freedom, and it is responsibility. Now, most people will turn off at that word and say, I don't want to know about that, because it does touch a bit of a nerve. It's like, actually, whatever's happening in your life, whatever was happening in my life, I just had to look in the mirror and know everything that's going on around me is a reflection of what's going on inside of me. Bar none. Like, this is how it is. There is a science behind this, as you've probably heard me going on and on about. Responsibility is the key to your freedom. Taking responsibility for the fact that you are responsible for what you think. That's the first part. So if I look back on my life and I think, I sat there and I thought I justified everything with my thinking, saying, well, this is why, and that's the cause of this. And my thinking didn't change, and so my circumstances didn't change. I mean, the type of thing that was going on changed, but the tone didn't. I wasn't getting any further ahead. It was just like I was going around in this cesspool of, not moving forward. And it was because I wasn't taking responsibility. Everything changed when I started changing the way I was thinking. And I started then understanding, and since then, of course, I've studied it in great depth. So I want to encourage you that it does start with you taking responsibility and saying, no matter what's showing up for me, It might be a girlfriend that's bothering you, or an ex-partner that's giving you the heebie-jeebies, or whatever it is. Even for me, I was having panic attacks, and I thought, well, now what? What's going on here? And it was all coming from what I was thinking about. Now, that's a very simplistic overview, believe me. The more you know you need to know, or that there is to know. So please join me on Wednesday. Every week we're doing a webinar, and I will send you the link. If you post in here just a yes, I will be in touch with you privately, send you the link and the times. And we're talking about, this week, we are talking about how to dream during difficult times. Okay, so it does start with your thinking. And I really want to just talk with those of you that are very keen to unlock the prison that you might be living in and start moving forward. Because unless you change your thinking, nothing is going to change. You'll have little rises and some little falls. It's like you're just going to bounce between this bandwidth. So if you're ready to bust out of the bandwidth, then say yes and let's get on a call. It's a webinar. You don't need to be seen, but you can certainly be typing in the chat, and let's connect on where you're at and how to move forward. Okay? Great chatting with you today. I look forward to seeing you Wednesday.